guys, Mike Mouse 74 with another video review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Transformers masterpiece Megatron. This has been a video requested review by Mythobot, who has been waiting patiently for the past 5 months or maybe longer, which I'm now finally getting around to doing, so I do apologize. So he does come with Crimzeek and a few other accessories. So let's quickly take a look at the back and I'll show you some of the accessories that he comes with. So here's the back of the box. You can see Masterpiece Megatron in his robot mode. Looks pretty cool. And then down here he's in his gun mode, and his cannon also lights up, which I'll be showing you that. So like I said, he does come with Crimzeek, comes with a small handgun, a Cybertronian sword, and ball and chain. And I'll show you that a little bit later on during the review. So let's get Masterpiece Megatron in his gun mode and see what he's all about. Stay tuned, guys. So here we have Masterpiece Megatron in his gun mode. The actual transformation from robot mode to gun mode really wasn't all that bad. There are some pieces that will pop off due to the ball joints, but that's to be expected on any Transformer that you buy. You just gotta have the patience, be careful, and deal with it. That's just live and learn, I guess. So I bought this figure over at TFCon last year. It wasn't really all that bad of a price, 160 bucks. You can't go wrong for a Masterpiece figure. Not a whole lot of detail in gun mode. There's more detail in robot mode. What else could I say? He's fairly large in gun mode, but a little bit more taller in robot mode, which we'll be getting into a little bit later on. So I'll give you guys a full 360. That way you guys can see all around what he looks like in gun mode. He is a pretty cool figure. And then I'll show you the feature that he has with it. First, you can see that he does have the Decepticon logo on one side, and then if you flip it over on the other side, there's another Decepticon logo here. You get the trigger button that works, and then you get this is supposed to be some kind of safety switch so it doesn't pull the trigger back. So that just moves up and down like so. What else? Like I say, there's not a whole lot to talk about in gun mode. A pretty cool feature. If you press this button here, the cannon does light up, so that's pretty cool. So we're just gonna jump right into the transformation, and I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll talk about his robot mode. So to go ahead and put Megatron in his robot mode, I'm gonna have to show you step by step. That way you guys can follow along with me as what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna do the first couple of steps. I guess the first step of what you want to do is you want to take the cannon off and just put that down on the side. The next step is you want to take this whole piece off, and I think you just want to very carefully, just like that. So that will be the first step. So the next step would be after you got it to look like this, you just want to untab this section here, if I can do this for you. So it looks like this. That will be the next step. So the next step is after you have it somewhat looking like this, you want to take these side panels and just kind of move them out of the way. Then what you want to do is you want to take these the trigger and kind of get them down too as well. Do the same thing with the other side. You want to fold these down, and then this you want to just move forward. And then this should tab right into place, if I can show you. Like that, and then tab that in there like so. Do the same thing on the other side. You want to move this forward, like that, and then tab that in there just like that. Just kind of like you're closing a door. just like that. So the next step is after you fold these panels in, or these side pieces, what you want to do is come down to the bottom and you just want to bring that out, and then the side panel on Megatron's leg, you just want to take this and then fold that in like that, and then do the same thing with the other side. Again, take this piece here and kind of rotate that, and then take the leg and just bring that forward. If I can show you. So it looks like, so just bring it forward like that. So after you move the side panels forward, like forward this way, and what you want to do is you want to pull down on Megatron's leg. You may have to use a little bit of force. I'm really scared to do this, but you're not going to break it. You're just going to want to use a little bit of force to get that leg down. Just like that. And then once you do that, you want to close this little tab like so. And then you want to do the same thing with the other side. You want to grab Megatron's legs, or grab Megatron's hip, and you want to pull down. And again, you're gonna have to use a little bit of force to get that leg down. It's a little bit of a task. Just like that, and then push that tab down. And then just kind of leave those the way they are. So I guess now we can try to work on Megatron's feet. What you want to do is you want to open up these, just move the camera down a little bit. You want to move, or just open up the side, the red panels, and take out Megatron's foot like so. And then you want to rotate that like so. And then you want to open up the back of the heel, and then take your finger and then put it inside here and move that up like so. And then you want to put this inside the groove. There's like a little groove right here, and you just want to put that inside there. It's a little bit of a task, but it can be done. And then push the heel down, and then that's Megatron's his foot. So it kind of looks like this. And then same thing with the other side. And then you want to push the red panel back down so it snaps into place. Do the same thing with the other side. Open up the red panel here. Do the same thing. Bring out Megatron's foot. Bring it forward like so. Oops, sorry. So what I did was, it was in, you want to bring it out, rotate it forward like that, and then you want to open up the heel, open up the front end, take your finger and push this out like so, and then there's like a groove inside here, and then close the red panel back up like so, so you hear it snap into place. So just make sure you have the back of the heel in the groove in here. And then you pretty much have Megatron's foot out. So now that we have Megatron's feet out, what you want to do, again, you want to close this. I took these, the trigger button out just kind of because they were in my way. And then you want to bring these down again. And then there's little tab holes that they just tab in. And then do the same thing with the other side. You want to just very carefully bring that in. And then there's little tab holes for the back of Megatron's, the back part here. There's a small peg and then there's a small hole, if you guys can see, it's right inside, right where my finger is, right in there. You want to put that in there very carefully, just like so. If I can show you, oops, it came off, so you just want to pop that right back in, right in place, and then that goes in there like that. Do the same thing with the other heel. Take this part here, again, there's a peg here and there's a hole right there. You want to put that in there, just like, if I can show you, just like that. So we're slowly, slow process, but we're getting there. So the next part is going to be, we're going to work on the upper torso, or the upper half of Megatron. Move my camera up. What you want to do with these little panels, just kind of bring those down. Do the same thing to kind of bring that down like so. This part here, you want to just unfold, and then just bring that up, or just fold that in there like that, and that just kind of rest down to the back like that. Do the same thing. You want to unpeg the side, the gray side panels. Fold that up, and then that just kind of hangs down like just like so. So you kind of have it so it looks like this. So for the upper thigh of Masterpiece Megatron's leg, what you want to do is you want to grab right here, and you just want to rotate that up about 3 notches. If I can do this for you. So you want 1, 2, and 3, so it lines up evenly, so it looks in line like so. And then again, you want to do the same thing with the other side. You should count about 3 notches upwards. So 1, 2, and 3. So again, it lines up evenly. Let me just fix this part up here like so. So you want it straight again, so it lines up nice and even like that, and then the same thing with the other side. The next step is, so for this section here, you want to open up this section like so, do the same thing with the other side, and then this just flips up like so. And then what you want to do, if you guys can see, there's a peg right where my thumb is. I don't know if you guys can see that, a peg right there. What you want to do is you just kind of want to rest that in there, make sure it locks in place, just like that. So you pretty much have the top part, or the bottom half of Megatron done, pretty much. All right, so now we have it somewhat looking like this. What you want to do is you want to grab Megatron's head right here, and then bring that down, and then you want to separate right here, just like so. And basically, what you want to do is rotate. If I can show you. You want to rotate this like so, because you want, there's a hinge right here, you want this facing the back. And then from there, what you want to do is just lift up. Let me move the camera up a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then you want to lift up like so, just like that. So the next step, you have them like this. Oh, we are so close. The barrel on the gun, which is this part here, if I can do this, you want to pull out, and it feels like you're gonna break them, but you're really not. And then you just want to bring the barrel behind them like so, and then just kind of lay it down in a minute, and I'll be back and I'll show you what to do for the next step. So now the back part of the gun, which is right here, what you want to do is just split right down the middle. Just, if I can show you, just like that. So that part is pretty simple. So now that you cut the arm spread apart, what you want to do, you want to make sure the safety switch is down, and take it, and you want to pull. Probably want to use a lot of force, and you want to just pull down like this, and do this, and just like I think just like that, and then come around to the other side, very carefully, and you want to do the same thing. Pull out and down just like that. Alright, for the next step, I did it off camera because it was being a pain in the arse, and I'll explain to you what I did. These black circles, you want them to be exposed. So they were tucked in these silver bits. You want them to be out. And what you want to do for that, you just want to put your finger in underneath it, and then just pull out on the side, and then they will pop out. But that's what you want them to do. You want them to be exposed. So for the back part of Megatron, this part here, what you want to do is you want to bring that up, like so. If I can show you. Bring that all the way up, and then you want to make sure these are down, and this part you want to slide that down just like that. So it was up, you want to slowly bring it down, just like that. And just kind of, like I say, just kind of move that out of the way. So before you go ahead and tab Megatron's arm, his arms in, you want his arms straight up like that. That's just easier for me to do. And you want to just kind of take the arm, and if I can show you, pull up like so. And then very carefully come around on the other side and do the exact same thing. You just want to lift up, just like that. And then, if I can show you, if you want to tab them in, you can just tab them in. Even if you want to bring the arms down, you can. That just tabs in. There's a tab right there, and there's a hole right inside here. You just want, if I can show you, it's a bonus. So just like that. And then you want to do the same thing with the other side. You want to maybe bring the arm down. And then, like I say, there's a tab. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. There's a tab right there. And then there's a hole right inside this part here. You just want to tab that in there very carefully. Just like that. Now we're going to work on the head of Masterpiece Megatron. So that's pretty simple. What you want to do is there's a hole right there. You want to bring that up and just kind of slide that right in. Right in there like that. And then this part here, you want to pull down and then bring all the way back. And then you want to, if I can show you, it's a little bit hard to do. If you can see, if you can see what I'm doing, you want to lift up on the face piece right there, and then. So what I did was, it was down like this. You just want to lift up and expose the face of Masterpiece Megatron, just like that. So you pretty much have the face done on Masterpiece Megatron. So it looks like this. Alright guys, the last and final step of Masterpiece Megatron are his hands. What you want to do is you want to open up the flap here, and then you want to if I can, bring it out like this, and then close the flap back up, and then do the same thing with the other panel. Open up the panel, slide his hand out, and there you have Masterpiece Megatron in his robot form. And I'll be back. I just have to make some minor adjustments to the figure, and I'll show him off in robot mode. So here is Masterpiece Megatron in his full robot form. This is how you want him to be. So like I said, I just made some minor adjustments. I extended the legs a little longer. I opened up the chest a little higher. I put the cannon on his arm, and I think that was pretty much it. And I also put the shoulder pads back on. So I'll give you guys a full 360, and then I'll give you guys a close-up to show you how cool he is. He's really an awesome figure. I like him a lot, but the only downfall that I have, he is really flimsy. Other than that, he's a superb figure to have. And I bought this, like I said, I bought this over at TFCon last year. $160 for a Masterpiece figure. You cannot go wrong. Very cool. He also comes with some other weapons, which I'll show that a little bit later on. So now I'll give you guys a close-up. That way you guys can see how much better he looks up close. He was one of my one of my holy grails that I really wanted. So not too much detailing in the legs. A little bit more detailing in the upper chest. Some yellow detailing right there, some blue detailing right there, and some red detailing here, and some red detailing along the sides right there, and on the other side as well. And then you get a nice purple Decepticon logo in the center of Masterpiece Megatron's chest. And like I said, there's Crimzeek, cool little figure. I really like the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks so cool. So I'll see if I can give you guys a close-up on the head sculpt. Really well detailed in the face. Love it. Oops, sorry about the blurriness. So I'll give you guys another full 360, and I'll give you guys a close-up as well, just as we kind of move along. And here's the backside of Masterpiece Megatron. And there's this cannon that I added on. So now I'll give you guys a quick size comparison. So for a quick laugh and a quick size comparison, here he is with Reveal the Shield Legends Megatron. I just had to throw that in there for you guys. You have to tell how much taller the Masterpiece is compared to the Legends Reveal the Shield Megatron. So here we have Masterpiece Megatron holding his Cybertronian laser sword. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. So what I did was, there's a small peg on the back of the laser sword and a hole in the palm of Masterpiece Megatron's hand, and I just plugged that right in there. I'll give you guys a quick look at that. So that looks pretty cool. And he actually holds it quite well. So I just want to give you guys a quick look what he looks like when he's holding his Cybertronian laser sword. Here's Masterpiece Megatron again, holding the gun, and I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. This is just what I heard. This is the gun that killed Optimus Prime. If I'm wrong, leave me a comment down below, which I'm sure you guys will. So I'll just give you guys a quick side view of him holding his gun, then I'll give you guys a quick close up on that. And again, he does hold it quite well. So let me give you guys a quick close up on that and show you how I put it in there. So the same deal with the Cybertronian laser sword. There's a peg on the back of the gun and a hole in the palm of Masterpiece Megatron, and I just kind of plugged that right in there. And like I said, he holds it quite well. So to go ahead and put Megatron's ball and chain on, which is right here, and I'll show you how to do that, you just want to open up the side panel right here and tuck his fist in like so, close this back up, and I think it just fits along the side, just like so. If I can show you, just like that. And even if you want to make him hold his ball and chain, you actually hold it quite nice, and you can have it just kind of droop down along the side, just like that, if you want. So that looks pretty cool. And his thumb is right there. It is posability. You can move his thumb in and outwards and whatnot. So I'll give you guys a final look of Masterpiece Megatron in his robot mode before I go ahead and show you how to put him back into his gun mode. Very cool figure. So like I said, he's an awesome figure, but just a little flimsy. That's the only downfall I have with him. Other than that, superb. If you can find him, I highly suggest you pick this figure up. Worth the money. And I'll give you guys another close-up as well. So I'm going to be making this a two-part review. The first part was gun mode to robot mode. The second part will be the reverse transformation from robot mode back to gun mode. So stay tuned, guys. This is going to be interesting.